love it. I love it. I love it. We have so many people joining us from all over. We got Maryland in the house. We have Houston in the house. We have St. Louis in the house. We have Virginia in the house, North Carolina. We have Maryland. Look at this, man. Wow, it's amazing how many people are just experiencing the freedom of artificial intelligence. So guys, since we just went live on Facebook, we're gonna give everybody 1 more minute. If you're fine with 1 minute, give me a 1 in the chat box. And from there, we are gonna launch off and we're gonna have some fun tonight and show you something very, very powerful. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah. Let's go, let's go. Welcome everyone who is watching us and joining us Facebook Live. If you are watching us here on the Zoom call, once again, welcome to the call. It's time to get this party kicked off. Do this for me. If you're watching this on my Facebook, make sure you share this page because we want to make sure as many people have the ability to see this information as possible. So Carlos, you ready to get this thing started, man?
Absolutely, Josh. Let's get this thing started here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Mr. Josh Phelps, and we're ready to kick off the party, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm talking about a party where everybody's winning. Yeah. All right. We're not drinking. We're not socializing. We're winning within the foreign exchange market. And we're going to share with you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, what it's all about. We got quite a few new people on here, and you guys have been drawn here by someone that knows, loves, and trusts you to share this wonderful information with you. So we're going to go ahead and get started and allow you guys to peek into what we've been doing here for the last 60 plus days with the artificial intelligence AI global markets. So
I first want to just start off with saying, how incredible was Alabama?
Alabama was amazing. Okay.
So
Alabama, amazing.
You spent your birthday with us, right?
I did spend my birthday in Tuscaloosa. All right. That was actually my first time going down there, and we had a wonderful time there, got some good food. But more importantly, we were able to share this wonderful opportunity with a host of millennials, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know, we got some people started that knew nothing about the foreign exchange market. And for a lot of you that are on here right now that have nothing to do or have had nothing to do with what we are about to share with you, which is a $5.3 trillion industry, you probably want to know about that, huh?
I think it's key that people do know about that. And what we're going to do on this call tonight is very simple. We're going to show you the world's first ever AI-powered Forex trading software that gives the ability for the masses to win. Carlos just said it. We're talking about $5.3 trillion per day. So what we want to do is we want to show you how you can have access to that and how you can do something that I think is very important. If you're not aware of this, and many people actually have no idea about this, the facts are, if you have money sitting in a bank, that money's not just sitting there. That money is growing, that money is multiplying, but it's doing so in favor of the bank, not you. So here's my question. If your money's already in a market and it's already making money, I think it's very simple. If someone's going to make money off of your money, should it be the bank or should it be you? Give me in the chat box, you, if you believe it should be you. Give me a bank if you believe it should be the bank. I think it's time that we change the game. And that's why we started Beat the Banks Network. It's very simple. The banks have been beating us for way too long. And the main reason why is because we were never told about it. Mm-hmm. And we can't do anything about what we don't know about. And why me and Carlos are so passionate, that's my beautiful little soon 11 months old now, but it's just so beautiful what we have, because for the first time with artificial intelligence, it finally gives us a place where we actually can beat the banks and we can do something about the economic injustice that we're dealing with in our society, where the majority of people, well, you see the picture, I think it illustrates it really great. The majority of the people are starting to realize that the system is not for people. The system is for profit. It was created to make a very select few people around the world wealthy. And this is not just a coincidence. It's not just a coincidence that 78% of people are living paycheck to paycheck, that 86% of people don't even like what they do for a job. So what are we going to do about it? Well, here's my first thing that I think is really important. You find out how you can make money off of your money in a market where it's already making money. And this market is called Forex. This is the foreign exchange market. If you've ever traveled to another country, we go over to the UK here shortly. I'm going to trade my dollar for the Great British Pound, right? If I go to Mexico, I'm going to trade my dollar for the peso. If I go to Canada, I'm going to trade that US dollar for the Canadian dollar. And instead of making a foreign exchange transaction, if I was in an airport or something like that, now we can do it right from our phones. And it's really insane that every single day, this thing right here that costs you money can actually make you money in the largest financial market in the world. And as we said, it's a $5.3 trillion per day market. I want you to think about that with me for a second. There's $100 trillion a month where your money's circulating that you have had no idea about, or if you do, you haven't been profiting in it. And if you have been profiting in it, well, you could be profiting more. And what we want to show you how tonight is how your money can be working for you 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, because the markets are closed on the weekend. And who this is for is very simple. This is for whether you're an expert trader, whether you're brand new to trading, this is something that has the ability to absolutely change your life. And I think that's what I'm excited about, is the ability to help brand new people that know nothing about Forex. They don't even know what a pip is. How many people have you had on your team that have no idea what a pip is? Make money?
About 100% of them.
So it's really powerful, guys. And I want to say this, no matter what you do, I'm not here to bash anything you do. I am here to encourage you and let you know that one stream of income will never be enough. And it's important that your money's multiplying, and we're going to see why that's important here shortly. But my goal on this call is very simple. I want to show you that the best way to achieve financial freedom is really through trading. You know how I know? Because the bank's already trading your money. If it wasn't your money, it wouldn't be there. Second off, the most powerful way I believe you can trade is artificial intelligence. And that's what we're going to show you tonight. Our two softwares, Benjamin and Hamilton. We have another one coming out very shortly, which is just insane. And what we want to do is we just want to let you actually hear some testimonies, actually see everything, and get a good idea of what we have going on. Because the man who created this software, Quicksilver, it's really important that we have an idea, because the person behind it, well, that plays a part in it. Mm-hmm. And Quicksilver actually has the 93rd highest IQ score. He scored 182 on his IQ test. I want to give you an idea. Einstein had a 165 on his test, and well, he's regarded as one of the most brilliant people in the world, and rightfully so. But Quicksilver spent the last 2 decades trading in the foreign exchange market at the second largest hedge fund in New York. He tripled his account for 16 straight years. And I want to give a disclaimer on that. No, he did not compound his money in this account for 16 straight years. He took a $25,000 account, grew it to $75,000, took out $50,000 every single month. And that's what he used to make additional money when it just come to stop trading for the hedge funds. Then what he did is he said, hey, instead of making wealthy people more wealthy, I think the system's done a good enough job with that.
Absolutely.
Now he created what we have and what we're about to see today, the world's first ever AI-powered trading software. He said, if I could help the masses, why would I not? Give me a yes in the chat box if you believe we need more people that have a heart for the masses, not just for the upper wealthy. Right? Well, it's interesting if you don't know this, and I don't want to take too much time because it's all about the software tonight. But if you don't know this, 0.0000035% of the population in America controls over 50% of the assets in this country. Not 1%, not 5%, 5 zeros, 0.0000035 controls 50% of the assets. Why? Because it's time that we actually distribute this wealth that we have all around the world in a different way. If you believe, and we're going to move on from here, if you believe that there's more than enough money, there's more than enough resources, that there's zero reason why any should be lacking in our society, I want you to give me a 555 in the chat box. Actually, I want you to do it better. I want you to type abundant life if you believe that we actually have the ability for every single person to be taken care of. And abundance is what we were created for. If you believe you were made for abundant life, will you just type in abundant life for me in the chat box? Because I really want you to start thinking through the reality of what's going on. People are struggling. We have a way to change that with artificial intelligence. And do you have any testimonies or anything tonight from
Yeah, I was
some people?
actually looking right now to see if we had a testimonial available. We got quite a few people that are on here. And
let's see. Who do we want to bring on tonight?
if you have a testimonial, ladies and gentlemen,
let's do this. On. Yeah, let's make it fun.
Raise your hand. How about that? We're going to just go
live.
Old school live.
Some fun tonight.
We'll go old school live tonight and see who has the best testimonial. How about that?
Let's do it. So if you're already making money with the software, obviously all the comments are coming to me right now. Can you give me a 777 really quick in the chat box? If you're already making money using the software, give me a 777 in the chat box right now, if you could. And I'm actually going to turn the comments on so everyone can see it. Check these out, guys. If you're already making money using the software, I want you to give me a 777 right now. Look at that. Let's go. We got Carl on here. We got Brian. Who do we want to call out?
Let's call out Brian.
Let's call out Brian.
Brian, we're going to call you out, buddy.
Let's see, is that Brian?
You were the first one, so it sounds like you probably got the best testimonial.
What's up, Brian?
Hey, what's going on, Josh and Mr. Carlos?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic, buddy. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic as well.
So you've been using the software, and how has it been doing for you?
Me and my wife have both been using it. The very first day we used the software, I think we made it like $51. That was during the night. We didn't even realize it until the next day. And since then, we've got 3 Hamilton accounts running, and they're profiting every single day.
Wow. So how long have y'all been using it now?
It's been several months now. I think it's been about 4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months. And what type of, and I know, and this is important that everyone on the call realizes this, results are not guaranteed. We're talking about what's already happened. It's actually illegal in this industry to guarantee you results. So if you're seeing people guarantee you things, you might want to start asking questions. What we're here showing you is what the people have seen. So Brian, if you could, about what have you been making a month? You have 3 softwares. I've never seen in this industry people that want more of the same product. But why they want more of the same product is because the product makes money. So, Brian, what have you been seeing a month between you and your wife on your Hamilton accounts?
Between each one of them is doing roughly about between 300 to about a little over 400 a month.
Wow.
Guys,
did you hear that? Give me a 555 if you wouldn't mind an extra $300 a month from a software.
A more important question for you, Brian, is how much work did you put in to get that return?
That's plug and profit. I actually had a cousin of mine, and I don't know if he's on the call or not, but he had surgery a couple of weeks ago, and he's been recovering from surgery. He put $10,000 in an account on January the 29th and started trading on the 30th. And I think he's up, using very conservative recommended settings. I think he's up $1,700 already.
Ooh,
man, so you're talking about 10% just like that.
And you got your setting. He got the settings set on conservative.
Just conservative, and it's he's almost at 20% growth in less than 30 days.
Come on, man, come on.
Yeah,
let's go. So look, everyone, give a big round of applause for Brian and his wife using the software, seeing results. And Brian, would you not attest to the fact that it's really amazing seeing people that don't know anything about this industry being able to be profitable just by setting up the software?
This is something I've never seen before. This is something that really can help everybody in the entire world. They just have to know about it. So it's our job to educate them.
I love it, brother. I love it. Brian, thank you so much for taking time to share your testimony. We're thrilled that your family's seeing this change in your life just with your money growing, because if your money's not growing, what is it doing?
Absolutely.
So, Brian, I appreciate you, brother. And I know we have another testimony on here. You said Leroy?
Yes, Mr. Leroy Perkins.
You here, brother?
Hey, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how's it going, Leroy?
Hey, guys, great. Man, great call going.
Oh, man, we're doing just fine, man. We're just getting back from Alabama here, Tuscaloosa, and we decided to just stop and do the webinar presentation here at Josh's house here. So, but it's awesome to have you on here tonight, man, and share your wonderful testimonial. I know you were excited about what has transpired just since 24 hours here.
Yeah.
And can you tell everyone what's been going on with your software here, Leroy?
Hey, well, today, actually, I just realized that the software was on. I deposited some money, $500 in my account, actually yesterday, and for some reason I didn't see the software moving, on my desktop. So I was wondering, what was going on. So, that's when I called you. I said, man, what's going on with my software? So then I logged into my my brokerage account, and I seen an extra $17.05 in there. I was like, man, I don't see it working, but obviously it's working because I know I didn't put $517.05 in that account. I only put 500. So
wow. So that was the first 24 hours, Leroy.
Yeah, absolutely. First 24 hours.
So guys, this is why I want you to understand why this is key. We're not telling you about something like a CD that you have to put an account, you have to put up an account, you have to hold your money for 3 years. We're not talking about any of that. We're showing you a software that Leroy set it up 24 hours ago, and he made $17 off of $500. Now, here's a quiz for all of you. When's the last time you made $17 on your bank account? Bet you haven't. But what's crazy is that the banks are making money off of our money. I literally looked at accounts and I went and took my money out of the bank because I was so offended by what they gave me. I did that. And it's something that we desire for the masses to see. Leroy, if you could share, how hard was it for you to get the software going? Actually, I think he already told us. He didn't even know the thing was running.
Had no idea it was running.
That's crazy.
I had no idea it was running. That's when I called Carlos. I said, Carlos, what's going on with the software? And he said, that's when I checked my my account. I was like, man, it can keep on doing what it's doing.
I love it, brother. I love it. Well, guys, give it up for Leroy Perkins. What an incredible testimony. First 24 hours already making money. It's time that people begin to see that there's a way to change the world, and we actually have that ability. So Leroy, I appreciate you taking time to hop on here and talk, brother. We are going to jump back into this because I want you guys to see exactly how you have the ability to use this as something that makes you money every single day. Okay, so let's hop right back into this. And
I think the amazing thing is that there's a lot of people on the line right now, Josh, that have $500 in their account, and they don't know that this can work for them.
Yeah, no, I agree. People have no idea that this is actually available. And what we want to show you too is the foreign exchange market. I think it's important that you guys understand it's a market that has only helped the very, very wealthy for a long time. It's something now that the average person can go into, but 96% of people that attempt to trade in this market fail. And I proposed this question last night in Tuscaloosa. I said, the question is not, are there people winning? Because 4% of people are winning. Hey, Leroy, if you could just mute your mic for me, brother. But the question is not, are people winning? The question is, how are they winning? And what you're going to find with the majority of the most successful trading in Forex trading is it's actually artificial intelligence. And these major banks, these major hedge funds, this is what they're using because they can afford it, but the masses can't. And that's why I love what we have. We've moved essentially the massive risk out of the picture. The Forex market, there's still risk involved. I want to make that very clear. There's no guarantees with this, right? But what made this not so risky is it removes the learning curve. It removes your job of having to understand what the market's doing, understanding the news, understanding every little thing that impacts the news, how to read the chart, how to see how it changes quickly, right? Most people don't have time to do that. I mean, we've trained so many people, and people really struggle. Mm-hmm. And what I love about this finally is, holy crap, people don't even have to learn Forex, but if they want to, they can, because we'll show you on our team if you want to learn, but they actually can just use this artificial intelligence. So if you don't know anything about trading Forex, you don't have time to learn how to trade Forex. This is something that still works for you, and it's powerful. And I want to ask all of you this question quickly. Do you know the power of compound interest? And if you're not already taking advantage of it, I'm going to tell you, you don't. Okay? Albert Einstein said this, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. Okay? There's one or two things happening when it comes to your money situation. Your money is either compounding or your money is dividing. You know how I know this? Well, there's several ways. Number one, inflation goes up 5% a year. The bank gives you 1% a year. Boom, you just lost to inflation. Your money's losing. Number two, if you have any debt whatsoever, who also has interest charged on top of that debt, boom, the bank's beating you again. How do we change the cycle? Because who agrees with me doing the same thing and expecting a different result? Let's just call it for what it is stupid. It's not insane, it's stupid, because you have the ability to do something different, and all you have to do is take a chance. Look at this on the right side of the screen for me just a second. What I'm showing you is not a get-rich-quick scheme, nor is it a get-rich-quick plan. This is get wealthy consistently, the same way the banks already are. Look at this. You've heard it said, would you rather have $1 million today or a penny double today for the next 30 days? Most people say $1 million. Why? Because they don't know how compound interest works, which most of these people that say they want that don't ever make it until they change what they know and how they perceive and what they do when it comes to money. right? Most people would have quit on day 5. It's only 16 cents. Dude, this don't work. Day 6. All right, I stayed in. 32 cents, I'm out. Day 30, $5.3 million, and they still struggle putting food on their table. Why? Because we don't give things time to work. And with Forex, it's important that you guys understand. I spent the last 3 years of my life diving all into this market. You've been trading for what, 2
years?
Two and a half now. And guys, we finally found a solution. I've spent a ton of money following gurus and following master traders that I just didn't make master money following them. And I spent hours and hours and hours learning the skill set. People spend 12 to 15. I know people that spend like all day doing this. But why would you do that when you have artificial intelligence that can work for you? And this is the new way. This is a better way. And that's putting Benjamin and Hamilton to work for you. It makes sense. It does the work. We enjoy the profit. Who would not mind being a boss when it comes to your money? Bosses do what? They hire employees that they pay less money than they make them, correct? Same philosophy with this. You are going to spend a little bit of money on something that's going to make you more money than you're spending. Leroy's seeing like what, $300, $400 a month?
Yeah.
And it costs $145 a month. Give me a yes in the chat box if that means Leroy's profitable. And that's the whole point of any of this, profitability. So it's easy. It's very simple. Instead of taking hours to set up, we've got it figured out where we can help you set it up in 20 minutes. Get the software set up to your broker account. And from there, you are off and running and you can be making money just like Leroy did his first 24 hours. And here's the truth, guys. Quicksilver's trading strategies, they just work. They just get results. And that partner, his experience, his, I don't even want to say Einstein-like brain. He got a higher IQ score than Einstein. But his insane like brain that's so intelligent partnered with artificial intelligence is what we have today and why this is so powerful. I want you to see this really quickly, guys. This is compound interest. Who wants your life to go in an upswing? Not like this or like this. Mm-hmm. Who wants the upswing on your life? Because you're tired of the back and forth. You're tired of the struggle, right? If you have an account starting with $5,000 and you grow just at 10% a month. Now, 10% a month is honestly very minimal for what we're seeing. It really is. And I'll show you documentation here shortly on that just to encourage you a little bit more. But imagine for the next 5 years of your life, 1 year longer than it takes to get a college degree, you took $5,000 and you grew at 10% a month, compounded it, and now it's $1.5 million. How many college students come out of college broke? When imagine the same time you spent that time in college, you could have been making so much money off of the money that you already have, or the time that you've had money, but you spent it on random things rather than investing in yourself. And you wonder why things haven't changed. Guys, we're here not to just tell you good news, but to show you how to use this good news. Good news is not something that was meant to be shared, right? Imagine telling a poor person that's hungry about food. How about you just give them food? This is what we mean by share the good news. We want you to experience this for yourself because the best documentation is yours. And it's very easy to get your money out of the software because you're not putting your money in the software. When it comes to trading Forex, you put your money in a broker account, which is essentially the same thing as an online bank account. And what happens with this is instead of that money making the bank money, now this is where you can connect that software to this broker account. And now your account can be growing every single day while the software is running. Is it guaranteed that it'll grow? No. Has it been growing like crazy?
Absolutely.
Do we believe it's going to continue to do that?
Every day.
Are we intelligent enough to not make over guarantees and promises that are ridiculous?
You know, the thing that is so phenomenal about this is that the software not only trades, it also hedges, but each and every individual that takes a part of the software, Josh, has a different trading account.
Yeah.
It trades differently for each and every individual. So that in itself says that this is not a robot. It's an actual brain. It's thinking.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you like to have your money working for you with a thinking system that has artificial intelligence and algorithmic software built into it?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah, of course you would. It only makes sense. And if you don't think you should, well, try it out. And I guarantee within a week you will. But what's the minimum amount you can use? You may be asking. We encourage to start off Hamilton, which is a little brother. Let me break down Hamilton for you quickly. Hamilton is the little brother. This software was created to help people that don't have a lot of money, that is looking to get into the investing world. and to make enough money to help them out with just the basic needs of life. You got Leroy, who has 3 software set up, making $300 a piece. That's an extra $900 a month just with that. I don't know about you, but if you could help the average person put another $900, $700, $500 in their pocket, that changes the game for so many people. And if you don't think that changes the game for you, who would turn down an extra $400 or $500? It just doesn't make sense to me. And I'm not going to say that you're not going to need to do anything with the software. This is not a hands-free software, okay? The same way that when you log into Facebook, you did nothing to program Facebook. All you're doing is looking at what is going on. It's the same thing you're doing with the software. You may take 5 to 10 minutes a day to look at the software just to see what's going on. And at that point, let it do its thing. You might get a notification that says, hey, turn off the software. All you're going to do is boop, done. You can do every bit of this remotely from your phone, and it's absolutely incredible. And I want all of you to truly experience how awesome this really is. This is actually changing people's life. Whether you've never traded or invested before, whether you're an expert trader, whether you only have $500 or $1,000 to invest, whether you have millions of dollars, it's irrelevant. What's important is the software is working for everyone that is using it and following the recommended settings. Now, if you're a trader that you've been trading, you have the ability to mess with it and you can make it more aggressive. You control your software. The company does not. You have full control at any time over your software. And it's really important that you know that. And this is really my question to all of you tonight. If you use the same software that over 11,000 of us in this company are using today, over 1,700 alone within Beat the Bank's network in the last 60 days, do you not agree with me that you would be profitable? If you're doing the same thing we're doing, do you not agree that you would be profitable too? I think it only makes sense, guys. What you're going to get with this is very simple. It's $199 to get started, $200, and it's $145 a month. But you're going to get the Benjamin or Hamiton software. You can choose what you want to do. Benjamin is for higher accounts for $2,000 plus. What it is a compounding software that compounds your money. Hamilton was created to literally generate $300 to $600 a month. Sometimes we've seen $400 to $700 a month, but we like to shoot low. So you don't have over expectations and you're just happy as hell that your money's making you more money than it has been in the bank. Who agrees that that's the mission of the system? To help you make more money than the banks are off of your money. And I think that's why I'm so grateful. People are making money where the banks have been robbing us. The banks made billions of dollars last year off of people that didn't have money in overdraft fees. And then they went on top of that and then they made money off of all the people that did have money in the bank. They're beating everybody. And I don't think that's okay. And I think we have the ability to change that today. It's $145 a month to use this software. We saw Leroy's making like $300 per software. Yes, if that's profitable, yes. Second off, you have the ability to not pay for the software every single month if you refer the software to 3 different people. Right? If 3 people says, hey, I want to beat the banks, I want to use the software. It's as simple as this. You just show them your results. And if they want to make money too, then they can. If not, cool. But someone's making money off of that money. Bank. And I think it's important that we tell people about that. It only makes sense to me, guys. So there's really 2 choices that you have here. You can do nothing, take no leap of faith, not try at all, which is 100% risk-free, yet 100% guarantee of not growing. Or second option is you can pony up this tiny investment, and I don't even call $199 an investment because you can't get a $199 loan at the bank. They don't see that as an investment. But you can pony up this tiny investment compared to all the value that you'll get in return, and you can just give it a shot. And I would like to propose this. There's a really, really high probable chance that you'll make more money the first week than it costs you to get started, or first couple weeks. And we have a very simple philosophy at our company. If we can't make you money, then we don't deserve yours. Would anybody say that's fair enough? If you're using the software and you're not making money, stop. But if you're using the software and you're not making money, I'm questioning what the heck you're doing. Because we have over 1,700 people on my organization alone using the software, winning. And this is why I love with what we have. I mean, what would you say right now for the people that are watching this that have no idea? Like, they're like, man, I want to use the software, but I'm still a little bit nervous.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Opportunity comes maybe once or twice, a great one, where you're actually able to change the dynamic of your financial existence. Your generational wealth can happen for you. This is what we're all looking for. So I've always said that, when opportunity knocks, you should listen.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, I think opportunity is knocking tonight with artificial intelligence. It's a software that is doing all the heavy lifting for you. And, you know, we have a lot of people that know nothing about what the foreign exchange market is doing, how powerful it is. And that's fine, because you don't have to learn it. You don't have to do any thinking. The software is doing all the thinking for you, Josh. And I think that's the most important thing, and why we're having so many successful results with it.
I agree. Guys, this is what I'm going to do. I want to show you quickly just a couple more results. I see there's so many more people joining as we go. This is funny. Guys, check this out. I want to show you this. Usually people drop off of calls. Our calls increase as they go. But I want you to see this, because who agrees documentation beats conversation, right? Who wants to see some actual documentation that's undeniable? Who's tired of demo flexures? Who's tired of people acting like that? Well, that software company, they're just using demo accounts. They're using demo accounts. I'll put it like this: the lifestyle that we live, demo accounts don't pay for. So let me show you this quickly, because I think it's important that you see this. Okay, let's pull back up my screen. If you're having fun with me tonight, this isn't a normal deal. We really just like to hang out with people and show what we have. Give me a 555 right now in the chat box if you're having fun, you're excited about using the software for you and seeing the results for yourself. But look, I'm going to show you a little bit more documentation, and we will take it from there. Okay, no, wrong call. 1 second. All right. I minimized it. That's fine. Okay, guys, check this out. This is FX Blue. And what FX Blue is, it's a third-party source where they have nothing to do with our company. They were created for one thing: to report what is happening with these broker accounts as you set up your account. Okay, so FX Blue is something that just simply reports the data, what it's done, and what you're going to see is, number one, this is a real account. This is a smaller account that started with Benjamin, and what they did was they started with Benjamin with $2,900, and they grew their account $1,200, and they then withdrew $500 from that. But that's really irrelevant. I want to show you the real important thing, because it's not about the dollar amount, it's about the percentage amount. Because as the dollar amount increases, well, the percentage has a lot more impact, right? 10% on $100,000 is a lot bigger than 10% on $100.
Absolutely.
Right? So let's just begin to think about this, okay? What this account saw was 1.7% a week return the last 161 days. The banks don't give you 1.7% annually. It takes 800 years for your money to double in a bank account. And right here, you're looking at a real live account with a lady on our team who, for the last 161 days, has been using the software, seeing a monthly return of 7.3%, with being as non-aggressive, conservative as you can possibly be. But who agrees that she wouldn't have made this type of money with her money sitting in the bank?
That's strong.
You understand? This is powerful, guys. Now let me move to an account that was a little bit more aggressive. Again, you have the ability to control your software. What that means is only you and only you have the ability to control your software. This is a real account, okay? This account started with $11,000, okay? What it's done the last 100 days, okay? We're talking 100 days here, all right? 100 days. It started with $11,488. It's made $9,300, okay?
Wow.
Seeing a weekly return of 4.4% and a monthly return of 20% in 100 days, guys. And so we're very, 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 very clear. This too, my friends, is a real account. This gentleman just made $9,000 after withdrawing from his account. Oh, they don't withdraw over there. Where? Not over here, baby.
You can't withdraw on a demo account.
It's impossible. I love it, guys. So what we want to do is we want to make this very clear. We're inviting you to be a part of a revolution with what we're doing with Beat the Banks Network. This is not just an opportunity. While it is opportunity, it's not just that. This is the ability to create a massive wave all around the world of people who are tired of the system abusing all of us. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. JFK said it best. There's a plot to enslave every woman, child, and man in this country. And it's my goal to end that before I leave this high and noble office. And unfortunately, he was dead several days later. I don't know why. I'll let you think about that. But it was interesting he said that a couple of days before he was gone. And what I see in that is something very big. I see someone who had a desire to no longer just make the wealthy wealthier. And the system doesn't like that. And what I love about this is we're not fighting the system because the system doesn't care about a couple $100. We're educating the people who haven't been told by the system that this is possible.
Yes.
Imagine that there's a whole feast available, but you're just going into the wrong house. And there's been an open door all along. You just didn't know where that door was.
Right.
It's the same thing. You said it best, I think, when you were talking about market share. $5.3 trillion per day. How do we get access to that?
We have to be involved with the foreign exchange market.
Yeah.
Okay. One way or another. Now, learning the skill set is awesome. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, you have something here that is going to do just about everything for you. How, and looking at the numbers that Josh was just sharing with you guys, what would that do for your family?
Yeah.
What would that do, not just for yourself? Stop thinking about yourself. Think about the loved ones that you care, love, and trust within your family, the generational wealth. All right. These are the things that we're talking about and wanting to get you involved in, ladies and gentlemen, because generational wealth can change the course of your entire generation.
Yeah.
All right. We work for our first name, but we hustle for our last name.
Yeah. That's
right?
real, man. That's real. So look, guys, I just want to see people win. I know Carlos just wants to see people win. I've never personally had the ability to help more people. I'm going to shoot it straight. I've traveled all the world. I've done ministry all around the world. I've done business for the last 8 years on a massive level.
Mm-hmm.
And I've yet still never had the ability to impact more people in my lifetime than I have the last 60 days when it comes to helping people make money. And I believe this. People need money more than ever. Money's looked down upon at times by certain individuals. And I think it's time that we remove that. Money is not the goal. Freedom is the goal.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes money to get there. Freedom is the goal of what we're doing. So we want to invite you, whoever brought you to this call, sent you this link, tagged you here on Facebook, showed you this video, you have questions, reach out. Listen, now is the time to get started. And I think you say it best. It's not now, it's what?
Right now.
It's right now. So
it's right now.
It's right now. Look, whoever sent you this video, get back with them right now and say, how can I join the Beat the Banks movement? How can I be a part of this Forex empire that my money's already a part of? I'll tell you, they're going to send you their unique link that's going to help you get access to the software. And at that point, they're going to walk you through how to do it step by step. And we're going to help you start winning in this market and start to see what you're looking for, freedom. Your money is going to do one or two things. It's going to make you money, or it's going to make the banks money. And I don't understand letting other people get wealthy off of my money when I have a baby to feed, when I have a family to take care of, when I'm tired of working these jobs. And we get to a place as humans where we say enough is enough, right? 86% of people hate what they do in the world that we live in today. You wonder why it's so depressed? You wonder why there's so much anxiety? We're not doing what we were created to do. You were made for abundance. You weren't made to suffer. I don't care what anybody ever tells you. Suffering is a part of the human experience. Everyone can relate in that sense. But the fact is, we were not created to suffer. It's part of the journey. It's not the end goal. You said it best, I think, the other night when we were closing up the meeting. It's not about working at a job. It's making sure that you don't end up at a job for the rest of your life. You shouldn't be 70 or 80 wondering how you're going to make money. You shouldn't have to work for 40 years to live on a close budget after you've worked so long.
Mm-hmm.
You have to find a way to create abundance. And that's what we have here. You got anything else, brother?
You know, I say this all the time, and I usually say it at all our meetings. You know, an opportunity is brought to you, and people are not successful because of a lie that was told to you. People are not successful because someone decided to share something with you and you decided not to believe it. They shared the truth with you and you decided not to believe it. Oh, that's a scam. Oh, that couldn't be true. They're not making money like that. They're all in demo accounts. It couldn't be so far from the truth because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that we have over 1,000 people just within this organization winning on a very, very, very high level.
Yeah.
Okay. Past profits do not guarantee future gains, but ladies and gentlemen, we are winning.
I love
so
it.
Get back to the person that actually invited you and tell them, like we just said before, Get your questions answered and no get started now. Get started right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. So guys, much love to all of you. A revolution has begun in our society, and you can be a part of that movement or you can watch that movement. But I will promise you this. We are about to shake the world in a way that people have never seen. And if you don't believe me, you can watch. But there's nothing worse than watching while you could have been a part of a movement that changed the world and changed your life too. So much love to all of you. The revolution has begun. Let's go!
Yeah. Oh, get back to the person that invited you, ladies and gentlemen, and let's go!